I knew you couldn't get enough of our sexy content. Let's have a quickie.
Hey, all you salty sexers. It's Brady here with another quickie. So let's lube up and get right into it. I found an awesome article about 10 things you didn't know about the penis. And I think we can make it 11 because one thing that I think is unknown about the penis is a lot of guys don't actually track where they're doing, right? They're not up to date with the information required for them to operate that organ. So I thought maybe it'd be a good time to talk about that. So the first thing that we might not know about the penis is penises are born ready. It is actually quite common for babies to exit the womb with an erection. And even before babies are born, it can be seen on ultrasound that fetuses can have fully formed erections. There was a study done in 1991 that shows that fetal erections most commonly occur during rapid eye movement sleep. And it can happen a number of times each hour. No one really knows why, but it might be the body's way of testing things out and making sure everything keeps running correctly. So our second interesting fact is a penis is twice as long as you would think. In fact, about half the entire length of the penis is housed inside the body. It has been documented with MRIs that an erect penis having cowgirl style sex with their partner is actually shaped like a boomerang. Guys, you can feel more length to your penis underneath your balls on your taint. If you kind of press up, you'll notice that the spongy material underneath your skin there is actually almost identical to what you have outside projecting from your body, I guess. Number 3 interesting things about penises: the shoe size myth. So we're going to lay this one to rest, it says, shall we? A 2002 study published in the Journal of BLU International confirms there is no correlation between shoe size and penis length. Although an older study published in 1993 found the length was related to both height and foot length, it was a weak relationship, and the authors concluded height and foot size will not serve as practical estimators of penis length. I remember when I was in junior high, it was the thing if you made like the L with your pointer and your thumb, that if you drew a straight line from the tip of your thumb to the tip of your finger, that would be the length of your penis. And then if you took your pointer finger and your middle finger on both hands and sort of make like the shape of the walking person, if you were to like walk your fingers across your desk and have them scissor with both hands, and then have your friend put their fingers around that, and then you would pull your fingers out, that circle would be the same length or the thickness of your penis. And I know that not to be true. I'm actually just a little bit longer than the space between the tip of my finger and my thumb. I'd have to double check, but I think I might be a little bit thicker than my fingers. Anyways, so moving on, morning wood. Most people with penises have 3 to 5 erections every night, mostly during REM sleep. This is also called nocturnal penile tumescence. It's not clear why this happens. One theory is it might help prevent bedwetting, as an erection inhibits urination. A full bladder is known to stimulate nerves in a similar region to those involved in erection. However, because people with vaginas experience something similar, nocturnal clitoral tumescence, bedwetting prevention is probably not the entire answer. I know when I wake up in the morning and have a very full bladder, I have really good erections. However, for me, it is difficult to climax when I have a full bladder. Whatever the reason behind nocturnal erections, they can be used as a diagnostic tool. If it is difficult to have or maintain an erection while awake, but not during sleep, this can point to an underlying psychological cause rather than a physical one. I was once treated for ED due to some stress in my life. And when we got down to it, I didn't have any physical issues. I was just overwhelmed with the way things were going at the time. So number 5, one final erection. We've established that erections can occur in the womb and during sleep. But what is perhaps even more surprising is the death erection, also called angel lust. Or terminal erection. It happens in the moments after death. Most commonly, it occurs in people who have died from hanging. Scientists believe it may be due from pressure from the noose on the cerebellum. However, it has been reported following death by a gunshot wound to the head, damage to major blood vessels, and poisoning. Another theory is the erection is caused by the brutal destruction of the cervical spinal cord. Number 6, penises can break, guys. There's no bone in the penis, however, which is fairly unusual for mammals. However, it is still possible to break the penis. This most commonly occurs during vigorous sex, although doctors have documented it in people who have fallen out of bed with an erection. The penile fracture, as it is known, is actually the rupture of the fibrous covering of the corpora cavernosa, I think. Hopefully I said that right. Which is the tissue that becomes erect when engorged with blood. Thankfully, this doesn't happen very often, and if it is treated swiftly, that can restore full function. As a note of caution, if this happens to you, do not let embarrassment get the better of you. See a doctor as soon as possible. I am under the impression that the sooner you see the doctor, the more likely you are to recover your functions. Here's an interesting thing that's not in the article, but I was watching a documentary that talked about some different anatomy things, and the fibers that make up most, skin and muscle tissues and things like that are kind of laid out in the same shape as like a plaid shirt. So you have vertical and horizontal fibers. Penis material also has vertical and horizontal fibers, but they're turned so that they're sort of running at an angle. And that's what helps penises maintain their shape. Number 7, the no-brainer. People with penises have very little control over exactly when they will ejaculate. This is partly because it does not involve the brain. The signal to ejaculate comes from the spinal ejaculation generator. This region in the spinal cord coordinates the necessary functions. Of course, the brain does have some input in these matters. Thinking about something else is a well-known way to delay the event, for instance. But the nuts and bolts of the whole operation are dealt with in the spine. I have, in the past, experimented with Promescent, which I believe Mariah has recently done an episode on. And that's an amazing product. It definitely can delay ejaculation, and it doesn't affect your partner. So, I mean, that's they've, in the past, numbing creams have been used to try to treat premature ejaculation. But the problem was that it would then make the partner numb, and then the partner would have difficulty. So, Promescent is amazing because it doesn't cause that issue. So yeah. Number 8, the angle of the dangle. A penile erection can point in virtually any direction, straight ahead, left or right, up or down. There's no right or wrong. In the figures below, well, let's see here. I'm not going to read figures. That's going to be boring. So if you're worried about your penis being a bit skewed, don't worry about it. You're just as normal as all the other ones out there. If you have pain during an erection, and this is not from the article, in relation to the shape of your penis, you should talk to your doctor. I think the condition is called Peyronie's, but it could be wrong. If you ever have pain during an erection, like it just hurts to have an erection, you should see a doctor. But there are treatments for people with curves in their penis that cause problems, like pain. Number 9, grower or shower. A study that included 240 participants demonstrated that there is no correlation between the length of a flaccid penis and its erect size, which, thank God, because I'm definitely a grower. Some start small and end up very large, while others are large and only grow a little when they get erect. Some are small regardless of arousal. Some are large when flaccid and get even bigger. It's a mixed bag. This may not hold much relevance outside the locker room, but it's good to know. I always joke with my wife when we go to nudist resorts, and I joke with my esthetician when she's removing my hair for my manzillion, that I have a shy penis. In fact, I'm convinced that my penis knows when I'm going to see my esthetician because it spends the whole day trying to hide from me. Like it's pouting. But, yep, showers versus growers. So there's no correlation between your flaccid penis and your erect length. And then number 10, cornflakes prevent masturbation. That's a lie. That doesn't work. I already know that without reading the article. So, Dr. John Harvey Kellogg, the breakfast cereal mastermind, hoped that they would. He invented cornflakes and other products because he thought the plain foods would lead America away from the sin of masturbation. Huh. Well, my breakfast food has never impacted me masturbating. I have masturbated constantly for as long as I can remember. Thankfully, nowadays, food manufacturers spend less time trying to convince the youth to give up masturbation. Just in case there was any doubt, masturbation doesn't make you go blind either. Doesn't make you grow hair on your palms. Doesn't cause any sort of cognitive issues, I think would be the way I'd like to put that. I think I read an article a while back, and I might have to try to look this up again, but there was a study done or a research paper done, and one of the reasons that they said that masturbation might cause cognitive issues in people as they did it was that because people that were currently suffering from undiagnosed cognitive issues would masturbate publicly. So, anyways, I hope you liked my quickie.
Thanks for the quickie. See you next week.